Hey everyone, welcome to Plants and Politics. So a key witness against Wikileaks founder Julian Assange has now admitted to lying about Assange in exchange for immunity in his own crimes, which are just egregious. And you're gonna be sick when you hear who this guy is and what he did. This so-called witness is, man, I know I'm going to butcher his name, but Sigurdur Ingi Thordarson, I believe is how you pronounce his last name, Thordarson. He's also known as Siggy the Hacker. He's apparently a complete and utter piece of shit and a lifelong criminal. Here's why. Thordarson has not only committed financial crimes and spent time in prison for things like forgery, extortion, destruction of property, but he was also convicted of sexually violating 9 young boys. These were young boys between the ages of 15 and 17, and he abused one of them more than 40 times. And if you think our sexual assault and laws and the punishments here in the US are a joke, Iceland is like, hold my beer, because they gave this guy, you're not going to believe this, for assaulting 9 boys, one of them more than 40 times, only 3 years in prison. That's it. So, but here's what this has to do with Assange and the charges against him. Apparently, in 2010, Thordarson approached Assange and he volunteered to work for Wikileaks. While he was working with Wikileaks, he was approached by the feds and they asked him to help build a case against Assange. Well, now Thordarson has admitted to fabricating the entire story. He had told them that Assange instructed him to hack into US government servers to obtain classified information. And now he's saying, no, made that all up. Normally, I would say, who can trust this guy? He's so vile. He's obviously scum, but he has shared chat logs with news outlets which show that Assange had no idea that he was involved with hackers. And in addition to Thordarson seeking immunity for his other crimes that I just laid out, he also agreed to work with the federal government because of crimes he committed against WikiLeaks. So evidently, while he was working there, he embezzled over $50,000 from the organization. When WikiLeaks discovered this, they tried to contact him. They kept reaching out to him. Well, that's when Thordarson decided to cooperate with the feds. Now, here's my question. Assange has made a living. He's built his entire identity and his reputation around the fact that he knows everyone's secrets. He can get information on people that nobody else can, yet somehow he came to hire someone with this criminal history, especially one involving the sexual abuse of children. So Assange didn't know who this guy was. He didn't know what he was all about. He didn't know about his history. Seriously? Or did he just not care? Now, as for the charges against Assange, if this new revelation is legit, if this guy is on the up and up finally, then the charges against Assange should be dropped. I'm no Assange fan, believe me. But if the information he disseminated through WikiLeaks wasn't hacked at his request, then he's not responsible for where that information originated or how it came to be. If we truly believe in freedom of the press, and if other journalists can obtain and disseminate hacked or leaked information and documents, which we know they do, they admit to it. I mean, just recently, we got that, what was it, through ProPublica, we got that leak on the top 45 most wealthy in the country or something like that, showing that they paid less than 4% on average in federal taxes. They don't know how they say they don't know how they got that information, that it just showed up. clearly someone either hacked it or someone got it by illegal means, or at the very least, it's illegal to share that information. So we have to be fair. We have to be good faith actors in this. And if that's the case, if this is legitimate, then Assange should be afforded the same freedoms as other journalists. And again, don't get me wrong, I'm not an Assange or Wikileaks fan, primarily because, I like the fact that they expose the underbelly and the corruption, but I believe that the documents and information that he chooses to leak are extremely biased. Okay, now everyone in the media is biased. That's just a fact. Everyone has an implicit bias, whether they admit it or not. I'm open and honest about my bias. I am a Bernie Sanders style progressive. I view everything through that lens, but I'm not afraid to call out other progressives if I think they're wrong, and I'm definitely not going to cover up for corrupt politicians, regardless of what party they belong to or what ideology they subscribe to. I just wish Assange would be more honest and stop trying to pretend that he doesn't favor the right wing over the left, because that's a bunch of bullshit. It's obvious from the things that he leaks. You can't tell me that there's nothing out there negative about Republicans. Sorry, no, I come across it every single day. But again, the main tenet of the case against Assange by the US government is that he ordered a hacking and he got this information through illegal means of hacking their system. If that is not the case, then that takes away the main argument against Assange. So how can they prosecute him? So anyway, guys, as I hear more, I'll let you know. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Take care, and I will talk with you soon.